Hello, my name's Theresa Easton and I'm going to show you how to make a collaged bird inspired by Sutapa Biswas exhibition. The next time you're outside, go and look and see all the different types of birds that are out there. That'll give you lots of ideas of how you can make your collaged bird. The first thing you're going to need to do for your collaged bird is to draw the body, the head and the beak, and then glue them all together. So I've started by gluing the head and the body together, and then I'll put a little bit of glue on the beak and then attach that to the head. Next we need to make the wings. To make the wings, if you've got a rectangle piece of paper or card, we need to turn it into a square, and to do that take one corner and just line it up with the longest edge, and then put a crease, and then this piece here we don't want, we're going to get rid of that, so fold that in half, and you can cut or you can tear, it's up to you. And now we've got a square piece of paper, but keep that folded in half, because then what we need to do is to do a little bit of drawing to make them into wings. So I usually start off by, on these short edges here, just to do a little drawing, and I'll just make a little wobbly line like that, and then what I'd like you to do is then cut it out, so you should have this shape, and the two pieces are still joined. Then what we're going to do is make a little wobbly line here, and I'll just show you how I would do it. Just a little wobbly line like that, and then cut that out, and then what you should have are two wings. Now the wings are now ready to be decorated, but before we decorate them, what I'd like you to do is just to draw 3 lines on the wings, because that'll help us decide where we put our coloured paper. So you should have 2 wings like that now. Have a go doing that. To decorate your wings, to make the feathers, you can use any kind of paper you want. I've used ripped up pages from magazines. You could colour pieces in with felt tips or crayons or pencil and tear those up. It's completely up to you. Put lots of glue on the back of the paper and then begin to sort of collage in one row of the wings. And what I normally do is make sure that I overlap the pieces of paper, and it's fine if they hang off the edge like this, that's absolutely fine. We want them to look like wings and feathers, and so continue to do that for your first layer. And then when we come on to do the second layer, choose a different colour. So for my second layer I'm going to use orange, and continue doing that for your next layer and choose a different colour there. Once we have our finished wings, we're now ready to attach these to the body of the bird. So this is my bird. What I'm going to do is turn it over. So this is the back of my bird. And then I'm going to turn over my wings and have the back facing me and put them in place. And you kind of need them in the middle, but with a gap running down the middle. And the gap could be, as thick as your finger. And then I'm going to tape these on. Make sure that the tape is stuck down really well, because these wings will flap. And then the final thing we need to do is to make some tail feathers. So I'll show you how to do that now. So just like your bird, you can have it any shape. Your tail feathers can be the same as well. And I've cut out these long pointy triangle shapes for my tail feathers, but I only need probably 3 for the tail feather. And what I'm going to do is tape these together and then attach them to the back of the bird. So I'll turn my bird over. So I've taped my tail feathers together, and then I'll attach them to the bottom of the bird. And then the very, very final thing that I need to do is to attach some string so I can hang the bird up. Put some tape on either end of the string, make sure it's down nice and tight. And then there's your bird, ready to take off and fly away.